following message is transmitted by the Minneapolis Police Department. A large riot is formed outside of U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. This is likely the result of a 0-0 tie in the Super Bowl. As of 9:55 p.m., about 1,000 people were seen participating in the riot. This has a chance of escalating, as the official attendance for the game was just over 66,000. Local officials are attempting to handle the situation, but have been unable to do so. Due to the possible escalation of this situation, local authorities are asking all residents receiving this message to go home and lock all doors and windows. Do not participate in the riot. Anybody caught participating in the riot will be arrested. A shelter-in-place warning may be needed if this situation escalates. This message is transmitted at the request of the Minneapolis Police Department. The Minneapolis Police Department is ordering all residents of Minneapolis and surrounding areas to shelter in place at your current location at this time. A massive riot containing approximately 10,000 people has broken out at the U.S. Bank Stadium. The likely reason for this is because the Super Bowl being played in the stadium ended in a 0-0 tie, and fans of each team are fighting each other. To shelter in place, close and lock all exterior windows and doors. If you are outside, take cover in the nearest substantial structure. If you wish to leave your shelter, leave at your own risk. Do not participate in the riot. Anybody caught participating in the riot will be arrested. Due to the severity of this event, the National Guard may need to be called in to help break up the riot. Again, a shelter-in-place warning has been issued for the Minneapolis Metro and surrounding areas until further notice. Civil danger for the Minneapolis and St. Paul areas. At 11:25 p.m., a mass riot over a tied Super Bowl game was believed to have approximately 40,000 people participating in it. They are destroying numerous foundations in the city and using them against other persons. The Minneapolis Police Department still orders that you stay in your home and not participate in the riot. If you are caught participating in the riot, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent. A shelter-in-place warning is still in effect. To shelter in place, lock all windows and doors. If you are outside, get into a substantial shelter immediately. This is a life-threatening situation. The U.S. National Guard has been called in and will arrive shortly. If they are unsuccessful in stopping the riot, then martial law may be needed. Also, it is unknown if this is happening elsewhere in the country. Again, a civil danger warning has been issued for the Minneapolis and St. Paul areas until further notice. A civil danger warning remains in effect for the Minneapolis and St. Paul areas until further notice. This is a follow-up message to the previous civil danger warning. At 11:59 p.m., numerous skyscrapers in Minneapolis and St. Paul have crumbled or fallen down, resulting in massive damage to both cities. This also killed or injured at least 3/4 of the participants of the riot. Due to the skyscrapers falling, they created a massive dust cloud. All residents within 7 miles of downtown Minneapolis and St. Paul are ordered to get inside a building that offers substantial shelter from dust fall. Close and lock all windows and doors, turn off all heating and air conditioning devices, and put on a damp towel. If you are caught outside and cannot locate any substantial shelter, lie down in the nearest ditch until the dust cloud dissipates. As of right now, the weather forecast indicates wintry mix starting at 2 this morning. This will speed up the process of dissipating the dust cloud. Repeating, a civil danger warning is still in effect for the Minneapolis and St. Paul areas until further notice. The following message is transmitted by the Mayor's Office of both Minneapolis and St. Paul, in conjunction with the Governor of Minnesota. Due to the complete destruction of downtown Minneapolis and St. Paul, as well as some neighborhoods, a state of emergency has been declared for the Minneapolis and St. Paul areas. Roads have been rendered impassable. A large dust cloud still looms over the area, and most of the rioters that started all of this are gone. The Federal Emergency Management Agency will arrive at impacted locations shortly to bring supplies and order back to the cities. The National Guard will also arrive to help citizens. Civil authorities have also asked residents to stop using water, as the water supply may have been contaminated by dust. Repeating, a state of emergency has been declared for Minneapolis, St. Paul, and surrounding areas until further notice. An administrative message, transmitted by the order of the Governor of Minnesota. The civil danger for residents in Minneapolis and St. Paul is over. The dust cloud has dissipated and moved out of the area. It is safe to leave your shelters. If you need assistance, call local police or any hospital. 911 lines are very busy at this time. Also, U.S. Bank Stadium has been declared as a safe haven. However, it may be difficult to reach, because debris is still on the ground. FEMA and the National Guard are there handing out supplies, and letting the public use the dome as shelter. Repeating, the civil danger for residents in Minneapolis and St. Paul is over. The dust cloud has dissipated and moved out of the area. It is safe to leave your shelters. If you need assistance, call local police or any hospital. 911 lines are very busy at this time. Also, U.S. Bank Stadium has been declared as a safe haven. However, it may be difficult to reach, because debris is still on the ground. FEMA and the National Guard are there handing out supplies, and letting the public use the dome as shelter.